அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Today we are going to learn Class 10 Social Science Geography Major Physical Division of India, the Great Northern Plains. Questions and answers. This fertile plain lies to the south of the northern mountains. The Great Northern Plains, one of the most extensive stretches of the alluvium in the world, and is deposited by the rivers Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. The Great Northern Plains. The length of the Great Northern Plains, 2,400 km. The Great Northern Plains covers an area of over 7 lakh square kilometers. Remarkably, a homogeneous surface with an imperceptible slope. The Great Plains of India. The Great Plains of India are formed mostly by dash of the Himalayan and Vindhyan rivers. The depositional process. The river deposits enormous quantity of sediments deposited along the foothills and floodplains. The Himalayan and Vindhyan rivers. The plain, made up of gravels and unassorted sediments deposited by the Himalayan rivers. The Bhabar Plain. The porosity of this plain is so high that most of the small streams flow over this region disappear. The Bhabar Plain. The width of the Bhabar Plain varies from 8 to 15 km. Which plain is wider in the western plains than in the east? The Bhabar Plain. This plain is not suitable for cultivation. Only big trees with large roots thrive in this region. The Bhabar Plain. The zone of excessive dampness, thick forest, and rich wildlife. The Tarai tract. Name the tract that lies to the south of Bhabar Plains. The Tarai tract. The width of the Tarai tract belt, 15 to 30 km. The Tarai is wider in the eastern parts of the Great Plains, especially in Indus due to heavy rainfall. The Brahmaputra Valley. In many states, the Tarai forests have been cleared for cultivation. The upland alluvial tracts of the Great Plains of India, formed by the older alluviums. The Bhangar, made up of old alluvial sediments. Bhangar Plain. The land lies above the flood limits of the rivers. The Bhangar. The soil is dark in color, rich in humus content, well drained and useful for agriculture. The Bhangar. The new alluvium tracts along the courses of the rivers are known as the Khadar or wetlands, which tracts are enriched by fresh deposits of silt every year during rainy seasons. The Khadar. The land consists of sand, silt, clay, and mud, and highly fertile soil. The Khadar. Triangle-shaped fertile land at the mouth of Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers is called as the Sundarban Delta. The biggest and fastest growing delta. The Sundarban Delta. The area of deposition as the river flows in this tract sluggishly. The Sundarban Delta. Thus consists mainly of bold mud, new mud and moss. The deltoid plain. In the delta region, the uplands are called chars. In the delta region, the marshy areas are called bills. On the basis of deposition of sediments by various rivers and topographical characteristics, the northern plains of India is divided into four major regions. Das is located to the west of Aravalli Range. Rajasthan Plains. Rajasthan Plains covers an area of about 1,75,000 square kilometer. The plain formed by deposition of the Luni and long vanished river Saraswathi. Rajasthan Plain, where are several salt lakes. Rajasthan, where is the prominent Sambhar salt lake, Pushkar Lake, near Jaipur. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert, a large arid region in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. The Thar Desert, what covers an area of 2 lakh kilometer and forms a natural boundary between India and Pakistan. The Thar Desert, the world's seventh largest desert. The Thar Desert. The desert lies in the western part of the Aravalli Range and covers two-thirds of Rajasthan state. The Thar Desert. The actual desert region in the Thar Desert, Marustali. The semi-desert region in the Thar Desert, Bhangar. The two major divisions in the Thar Desert. The actual desert region, Marustali. The semi-desert region, Bhangar. Many different types of sand dunes and salt lakes are seen in the Thar Desert. Lies to the northeast of the Great Indian Desert. Punjab Haryana Plains. The area of Punjab Haryana Plains, about 1.75 lakh square kilometer. The Punjab Haryana Plains are formed by the deposition of which rivers? Sutlej, Beas, Ravi. Which plain acts as water divide? The Punjab Haryana Plains. The two major watersheds the Punjab Haryana Plains divides are Yamuna Sutlej, Ganga Yamuna. The plains that extends from the Yamuna River in the west to Bangladesh in the east. Ganga Plains. The total area covered by Ganga Plains, about 3.75 square kilometer. Rivers that form the largest plains in India with the highest sedimentation. The Ganges and its tributaries are Kagra, the Kandak, the Kosi, the Yamuna, the As, and the Petwa. The largest plain of India, Ganga Plains. The general slope of the entire plain, upper, middle, and lower Ganga Plains, is towards east and southeast. Brahmaputra Plain is located mainly in the state of Assam. A low-level plain located in the eastern part of the Great Plains of India and is formed by the deposits of river Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra Plains. The Brahmaputra Plains covers an area of about 56,275 square kilometer. Which plains create alluvial fans and marshy tracts? The Brahmaputra Plains. Thank you very much for your listening.